So now that 2018 is over, it is time for us to look forward to 2019. So here are my top 10 most anticipated movies of this year. So I actually have six honorable mentions, and the first one is Jumanji 2, a sequel to Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle that came out in 2017. So the reason this is an honorable mention, as much as I did enjoy the first one, is that we know absolutely nothing about this movie. The only thing we know is that the cast is back, apparently, but that's the cast from the video game. The Rock, Karen Gillan, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black. So how's that going to work? Because, like, the game was gone. So are they going to play the same game again and become the same character? So not quite understand what's going on there. So the only reason this is in the honorable mentions and out of my top 10 is because we don't know anything about it. So my next honorable mention is the untitled Terminator sequel that is supposed to come out in November this year. Now, those of you who know me personally know that Terminator 1 and 2 are two of my favorite movies of all time. So why is this an honorable mention? Again, because we know absolutely nothing about this movie other than the fact that Arnold is back and Linda Hamilton is back, which is really cool because the movies haven't been any good since she left. That might be a coincidence, but the point is, the two movies she was in were very good, the rest, not so much. So, that alone definitely makes me look forward to this movie a little bit. I'm not 100% convinced that this movie is actually coming out this year because, again, we know nothing about it. It's really kept under wraps. So, it's kind of confusing. It might get pushed back, is what I feel like. So, that's why I'm actually not having it in the top 10, and it's an honorable mention. So my next honorable mention is going to be Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, and the only reason I'm really looking forward to this movie at all is because of him, Joaquin Phoenix. He's a fantastic actor. The dude is one of the best actors working today. So that alone makes me think that this movie could be decent. He's going to give a great performance no matter what, and he seems like a pretty good fit for the Joker. So looking forward to that. But DC has been really off and on lately, a lot more on the off side, in my opinion. And the images and stuff we've seen so far about this movie have been kind of weird to me. So I don't really know what to expect here. It could go either way. So Joker is an honorable mention. My next honorable mention is going to be It Chapter 2. Now, the reason this is an honorable mention, and I got a real hot take coming here because I know most people really liked the first It movie. I did not. I did not really care for it. I thought there wasn't really a narrative structure to it at all. It's just kind of a bunch of scenes clumped together, and it wasn't really scary to me at all. But I can see the potential for a sequel here, and James McAvoy is in it. So that alone makes me a little bit interested because dude picks some really good projects and he's a really good actor. So It Chapter 2 is on my honorable mentions. Now, my next honorable mention is going to be Godzilla, the King of Monsters. Now, this movie, the trailer is what really sold me on this because I am not much of a Godzilla fan. I haven't really gotten into it for whatever reason. I'm more of a character-driven, concept, theme-driven movie type of person. So, monsters running around, killing people, it's fine, but it's not the exact type of thing that I look for. And the one King Kong movie that I did see, the only reason I'm mentioning this is because that's another kind of big movie monster related thing, was like the one from 2005, and I found it very boring and long. So I haven't actually seen Kong Skull Island, and apparently, is that in the same universe as this? I believe it is. It's the same monster universe. So the trailer looked really cool, and that got me interested in this movie, so we'll see what happens. Godzilla, the King of Monsters, is an honorable mention. So my next and final honorable mention is going to be Us, directed by Jordan Peele. The trailer just came out. The trailer was really good. It took the world by storm. People were very intrigued by it. There was a lot of hype to it. And the reason I really am looking forward to this movie is because I have the utmost faith in Jordan Peele. I'm a big fan of his. Get Out was a damn good movie, and I think he'll do a good job again. even though the trailer came out, there isn't really much knowledge as to what this movie really is about. So maybe it'll move up at some point. For now, that's my last honorable mention. Now, cracking the top 10 is going to be Captain Marvel. So this movie is interesting to me because the trailers have been to me so far. They have not really sold me. I'm going to see it anyway, probably opening weekend, because it's the MCU. I love the MCU. I have the utmost faith in Kevin Feige and everyone that he recruits to work on his stuff. So I believe that this will be good, that they'll pull it off, and I also am interested to see how it kind of connects to Endgame, because she's going to be in Endgame, we're pretty sure. So yeah, Captain Marvel is my number 10. So coming in at number 9 is going to be John Wick 3. Now, I got to start by saying I have not actually seen John Wick 2 yet. I have no idea why, I just never got around to it. I did like the first one a lot. I will always enjoy a good revenge action movie, so I'm sold. I will go see this one. I will definitely watch John Wick 2 before this, because I don't know why I haven't seen it yet. People seem to really like it, maybe even more so than the first one. And I will definitely go see this because I like Keanu Reeves. I think he is perfectly fit for a role like this. John Wick 3 is my number 9. So at number 8, I got Hobbs and Shaw, the Fast and Furious spin-off movie. Now, the reason I really want to see this is because I think that Hobbs and Shaw are the two most interesting characters in the Fast franchise right now. They were awesome in Fate of the Furious. Their chemistry was great. Their interactions, their shit talking was amazing. So I'm really looking forward to this movie and seeing what they can do with it. And I guess Idris Elba is playing the villain, who's also a damn good actor. I just, kind of similar to some of the other things I've mentioned, we know basically nothing about this movie, and it's supposed to come out in August. So that's the reason it's not quite as high up as it maybe would be, because I really do like the Fast and Furious franchise and these characters. So for now, Hobbs and Shaw is going to be number 8. So my number 7 is Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, I liked Spider-Man Homecoming. I thought it was really good. I thought Michael Keaton is one of the best villains in the MCU. It was a fun, low-stakes movie. I just didn't think it was a lot of people are calling it like a masterpiece and one of the best MCU movies. I think that's a little much. I have it kind of more in the middle of the pack. But anyway, still an MCU movie. I still liked it. And Far From Home, I'm looking forward to it as well, especially because they're adding Jake Gyllenhaal to the mix now, who's one of the best actors working today. He's a damn good one. And we haven't seen anything from this movie either. We were supposed to get a trailer not too long ago. It's been delayed, which is good, I think, because originally the trailer was supposed to come out like a couple days after the Endgame trailer, which I thought would be a little weird. So it makes more sense that they're kind of waiting for it. And I think that this will be a good, fun movie, just like the first Homecoming, and might be even better. So Spider-Man Far From Home is my number 7. So at number 6, I got Men in Black International. Now, on the surface, this looks like kind of an odd choice to make another Men in Black movie. Then, I come to find out that they're pairing one of my favorite actors going today, Chris Hemsworth, with one of my favorite actresses going today, Tessa Thompson, and that alone completely sold me, because if you've seen Thor Ragnarok, those two were amazing together, and that alone makes me look forward to this movie. That, and that I like the Men in Black series for the most part. I like the first one, the third one. Second one, not so much. So looking forward to this. Men in Black International is my number 6. So at number 5, I got Toy Story 4. Now, full disclosure here, I have not actually seen Toy Story 3 for whatever reason. I have no idea what I'm doing. It came out like 7 or 8 years ago or whatever. I've loved the first 2 movies. They were a huge part of my childhood. I grew up watching those. So I have no idea why I never got around to seeing 3. Most people said it was really good and a perfect way to end that trilogy. So it's kind of interesting that they're going in the direction of making a 4th one. But I trust Pixar. I think they'll pull it off. And the nostalgia is going to be a big part of it. So I'm definitely going to find a way to go see this. So my number 4 is going to be Lion King. Now, this movie, again, like the Men in Black, on the surface, seemed like a strange idea. a live action Lion King, even though it's not actually live action because it's all CGI. There's not a single human in here. Every single animal is created by CGI for this movie. So I'm kind of thinking, what exactly are they doing here? Are they going to ruin the reputation of the original Lion King, which is a great movie? It's maybe it might be the best animated movie ever made. If not, it's definitely up there. So I'm not sure what to think of this at first, and then I see the trailer, and I'm like, okay, this actually looks really good. I think they're gonna pull it off. Couple that with the fact that Jon Favreau's directing it, who I really like. He directed Iron Man, directed Iron Man 2. He was under a little bit of studio pressure for that one, so it's hard to kind of fault him for how messy that movie turned out. And he also directed Elf, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies, if not my favorite Christmas movie. So I have the utmost trust in Jon Favreau. I think he can get this done. I think it'll be good. So Lion King is my number 4. So number 3 is going to be Glass, the newest M. Night Shyamalan movie that is a sequel to both Unbreakable and Split. Unbreakable is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's fantastic. I haven't actually seen Split yet, but I will before this comes out, and I've heard really good things about it. So as far as I know, M. Night, despite some of the problems he's had recently, he's 2 for 2 in this series, and the trailers look really good. These are great actors in here, and I think he can pull this off and go 3 for 3 for the series. Glass is my number 3. So my number 2 is going to be Star Wars Episode 9. It doesn't even have a title yet, which is a bit surprising at this point. And yeah, I know what you're going to say. So why is this so high up, even though we know nothing about that? Because it's Star Wars, and I love Star Wars. And despite the divisiveness of The Last Jedi and the weird place that the Star Wars fandom is in right now, I have the utmost faith in this. I trust J.J. Abrams. I love The Force Awakens, which he directed. I had issues with The Last Jedi, but I did like it overall. So I think JJ can do this. I think he can stick the landing to the series. And in JJ we trust. Star Wars Episode 9 is my number 2. So my number 1 most anticipated movie of 2019, which will come as a surprise to absolutely nobody, is Avengers Endgame. It was never going to be anything else. I am absolutely hyped for this movie. The trailer, even though it barely showed anything, was perfect for what it was. Infinity War was fantastic. It was my favorite movie of last year. Kevin Feige is an absolute genius. He has this whole thing planned out perfectly. The Russos are great. They've directed the best movies in the MCU, in my opinion. So there is no reason that this should fail, and I have the utmost faith in it. I believe they will pull this off. I have no idea where they're going here after the ending of Infinity War, but it doesn't matter. I will go there to watch it knowing as less as possible, and I will probably like it. So Avengers Endgame is my number 1 anticipated movie of 2019. So guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And I got some fun stuff coming up. I'm doing the entire MCU heading into Avengers Endgame, all 20, 21, once you add in Captain Marvel movies, reviewing every single one of them heading into Endgame. That's going to be a blast. I'm also doing Unbreakable and Split, which I'll be watching for the first time prior to Glass. So stick around, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, so you can keep seeing my content, and I will see you soon.